Well, great seeing all of you here. Thanks for coming. A little disappointed we're here, and obviously not off playing, hopefully in somebody's NCAA tournament at someone's site. But we're excited, to say the least, as I was, in terms of having an opportunity to coach this team this past year, after coming off of last year's season, getting into the NCAA tournament, having a chance to have a top recruiting class, and a few players returning from last year's team getting to the NCAA tournament. We're certainly filled with a lot of excitement, a lot of hopes, aspirations, and a lot of expectations. And unfortunately, we fell short of the mark of returning, getting back to the NCAA tournament, and I certainly assume all responsibility for our shortcomings there. You do know that our guys this year put forth a gallant effort. I thought they prepared hard, trained, and unfortunately we had a series of injuries, and one didn't get one back, or our full team together, because of eligibility and injuries, to after 9 games into the season. And with that being said, we get our guys together. I thought they played well after those 9 games. We had some success, and at the end of the day, we played the last 6 games without Hornsby because of another injury, season-ending injury that required surgery for him. But when we look back, I thought there were a lot of good things that happened during the season, had a lot of success. I thought we were able to beat each team in our conference. We did. Outside, the only team that we did not have success against was South Carolina. Only played them once, but the other 13 teams, we obviously, the other 12 teams, we obviously had success against, and we're excited about that as we continue to build. I thought, obviously, our attendance here at home, we're excited about it, having over 12,000 for conference games, 11,000 or so for regular season, and that's up substantially, over 3,000 or so from year one that we were here. So we're excited about the growth of our fan base and their interest certainly in our program. But ending the season, we thought that our guys had battled hard, battled really well up until the last regular season game on the stage, having an opportunity to play at Kentucky. And if we win that game, things fall right. Vanderbilt win at Texas A&M, we would have been the #1 seed in the conference tournament. So I thought we put ourselves in a really good situation, fighting through a really tough conference after being picked 4th. At the end of the day, we wind up tying for 3rd, and we certainly feel that that's an improvement from what the battles that we had gone through. And going into the SEC tournament, we felt getting a double bye, playing on Friday. Luckily, won that game and had an opportunity to play on Saturday. Again, improvement from a year ago that we did not get an opportunity to advance. And so in advancing, we had an opportunity to play a good Texas A&M team, and it was an extremely tough game for us. I can tell you, I was embarrassed of the outcome, not only for me, but our players and our fan base, of how things took place in that game. I thought it was very difficult. I thought we got off to a really good start, playing extremely hard in that basketball game, and getting out to 9-3, 9-4 score, whatever it was. And for the first 9 or so minutes, I thought we went about 9 straight possessions defensively, getting stops against them on the defensive end of the floor that we didn't convert on the offensive end of the floor. And we did not do a good job there, and I thought they came back and started making plays after that point. And unfortunately for us, I thought things went south, and we were never able to recover. And I can tell you, it's the first time I've ever been, as long as I've been coaching, been a part of a game like that where the ball just don't seem to drop for you and we don't make plays. We've been averaging around 80 points a game, shooting. I think we were first or second in the league at the time in terms of field goal percentage, and unfortunately for us, we only shoot 20% in that game, unlike our Tiger team, how we had played all year. Shortly afterwards, we get on the plane. We had a young man, Antonio Blakeney, who wasn't feeling good both games, winded, did not, under the weather in both games, get on the plane that Saturday night and started taking a turn for the worse. We get back home and check on him on Sunday, and we don't know, according to the trainer, if we're going to have to put him in the hospital or not. And at that time on Saturday night, there were questions of whether we were going to have an opportunity to advance, be it NCAA or possibly NIT. And we made a decision to meet on Sunday morning. We met, had a chance to meet with a few of the captains, talked to them, a couple of underclassmen about possibly if we had an invitation from the NIT, where would that sit us? And with the injury to, season-ending injury to Keith Hornsby, and not knowing if we would have Antonio Blakeney available for us in the tournament, we quickly determined that we probably need to really focus. I've been very familiar with the NIT tournament over the years and know how it's set up, and it's not a neutral site game. You're playing on someone else's floor or a home game, and know the difficulties of it. I wasn't sure we would be a true representative of the LSU Tigers, putting ourselves in that position, and we chose to make sure that we put ourselves in position to now really concentrate on several things that we can fulfill, and that's getting better and preparing ourselves for next year. And our guys have had an opportunity to get back here and start focusing in academically and hopefully finishing strong this semester, putting in the time and attention. They last, over the last 3 years, 2 of those years we finished with over 1,000 on our APR. That's something we're excited about, that our guys are performing well in the classroom. And again, we've graduated every senior that we've had that have exhausted their eligibility here, and Josh Gray will walk across the stage in May, and we're excited for him. Yeah, but moving forward, we've got these guys that are returning. We obviously have had a joy and don't know exactly, and there haven't been an announcement on Ben in terms of what his decision will be or when he will make his decision. But it's certainly been a joy coaching him, and at the same time, I thought he brought a great deal of excitement to our team, our program, and certainly created an atmosphere nationally that when we went to play at Texas A&M, they had a record crowd, largest crowd they've had in the history of the building. They played Kentucky there to try to clinch a championship, well, the week before, to try to position themselves to clinch a championship, and that crowd did not exceed the crowd that we had. The same thing happened in Tennessee. Had the largest crowd they've had there all year. Kentucky goes in there, doesn't exceed the crowd that we had when we played there at Tennessee. So a lot of excitement about our basketball team, the brand that we had, and we're so fortunate that we had that opportunity. Not a lot of coaches have the benefit or opportunity, and they go through a lifetime without having the chance to coach the #1 high school player in the country. For that, we're indebted and blessed that we had that opportunity, and certainly if we had to all do over again, we would certainly take advantage of that opportunity, because and we'd certainly hope that things would turn out at the end, that we would be playing in the NCAA tournament, and again, unfortunately, we fell short of the mark. We're looking forward to next season with the guys we have returning. We think we have some great recruits coming in with hopefully Antonio Blakeney and obviously Craig Victor, the impact that they made as starters this year. Had several guys that can really impact their team off the bench, and then the recruits that we've got coming in, 5 guys that were signed, feel that we certainly would be able to make an impact. We averaged about 80 points a game again last year, and shot about 47% from the field. Efficient, really efficient offensively, and that's why we put ourselves in the top 2 to 3 in the conference in terms of finish. The area we've got to continue to work on, get better. We're going to be focused on concentration at the end of, as this season has ended, is on the defensive end of the floor. We're not pleased with their defensive effort. And the year before, we obviously had a shot blocker back there in Mickey, but we've got to do a much better job, even with the new rules by the officials and the hand checking and the bumping in the way you have to guard defensively. We're going to have to certainly change up some of our schemes, and I look forward to having an opportunity to visit with several people during this offseason and improving on that end of the floor. And with that said, if you would have any questions, I would be more than happy to entertain those right now.